So we have your Big South tournament game going today. And if you didn't know, last night we did a Big South show. And tonight, live around 10, we'll do Horizon for tomorrow. And so on. Tuesday night, we'll do a bunch of shows. There'll probably be 4 separate shows live for conference tournament action. So be sure to tune in. I'll give you free picks. And some of these picks are in the premium section. That's okay. I tell you. So don't buy them. I'll give them to you here. I don't mind sharing the wealth, spreading around, putting money in people's pockets. That's what we want to do, build that bankroll. So I'm just double checking here. We are live on the Facebook channel. If you're on Facebook, if you're on YouTube watching, please give it a like, give it a share, tell your friends. Can't link it into Twitter. I guess I got to put a link on there to link up on Twitter. I'm @real_Higgs. I have to figure out how to add the little comments here. I will. I'll get to that. That's obviously not all that important, but college basketball, we're jumping right in, keeping it short and sweet. We're trying not to go too long, like half-hour shows. I mean, I like short and condensed, I think. So let's go. Oklahoma State, pair of ranked teams, and Oklahoma State won this just a couple days ago, I think on the 27th, I've written down here, 94-90 in overtime. And what's going on with Oklahoma? They lost to Kansas State. We had them. I was laying double digits there. We talked about it on the show. I mentioned, listen, 3-game stretch. Beat Kansas, won at Texas, beat Alabama, 3 pretty damn good teams. No real letdown there. You played well. You went on the road. You won in overtime West Virginia. Kansas State had lost, 13 straight, and then you come out and lay an egg there. 10-point favorite losing outright. So what team we're going to get here? Now you lost to Oklahoma State. And I kind of think Oklahoma State, it's a home, rivalry. It's in Oklahoma, not really like a road game when you're in-state rivals, but I'm going to have to back Oklahoma here. Part of me wants to take the Cowboys. I don't know what the line at pick them. It could be ones now. Who knows where it goes? But I'm going to take Oklahoma to bounce back. I think they're a lot better. Like I said, you win at West Virginia in overtime. Texas, Bama, Kansas. You beat some teams. Get it. I get it. Lay an egg to. It's one thing laying an egg to just lose outright, and then you come a wild one, 185 points, basically 184 points in overtime against these same Cowboys. I'm looking for a bounce back. I bet with the GOAT, I get it right with you. Oklahoma should win. Get the win here, Oklahoma. You're ranked in the top 10. Technically, people think you're a good team. I think you're a pretty good team. Take care of business. Get that revenge. And again, we're not laying a huge number here. Get it done sooner. So I'll take the Sooners here on the video. Yeah, good money right there. It's 150 in your pocket heading into. You got Horizon or Big South today, Horizon tournament tomorrow, and then a plethora of tournament games on Thursday. Go get that, build it up. It's good play, strong play, I think. Next up here, I got Arizona and Oregon. Night game for you. Now, I would have liked to jump on this total when it was at the 142. It's like 139 and a half, 140-ish range. I still am going to lean on the under here. It was 63-61. Back on Valentine's Day, the 13th in February when these guys met last year, and not to compare apples and oranges, but 2 games there they played, both went to overtime, and they get over the total by a few buckets there. So I think this is gonna be a low-scoring game here, or lower than total, I should say, because you could still get a 71-63 type game. It'll be under the total here for us at 130. So I'm going to go under to 139 and a half. Oh, value, yeah. Prior game Oklahoma was negative. I agree with the value there. So under, let me just load these up here, and we'll get back to you in 1 second with this game. Yes. All right, just had to load those puppies up there. Okie doke. They're all in. I probably should have wrote the lines, but people know lines aren't going to change that much. And if it's a half-point loser, I'll definitely come back and tell you afterwards. No problem with that. So last game. Oh, excuse me. We'll get back to this Oklahoma here, GOAT. Yeah, definitely value there. Oklahoma was, like you said, you had them here, negative 300. That's 125. I agree. And not only that, I just think they're better. I mean, people you want to come in with the analytical value of what the money lines and stuff are like that. That's all fine and dandy. Then people look at it that way sometimes in baseball. We're like, well, if Garrett Cole's only laying 285, that's value. He should be 350. Well, people look at value different reasons because a guy with 32 starts can lose 4, but his team loses 11 because he leaves in a tie game. So I'm not going to lay 300 with that 125. And I'll do that sometimes with 1.5s. I've learned, I've had some games where I've laid 2 and they lose by 2.5 or 1.5 and catch those losers like that. So, okay, if you want to lay, I'm definitely not a 3-to-1 guy, not a 2-to-1. I'm barely a 180 guy, but at this price, pick them. I'd lay 1 or 2 here. I think they should win by a couple buckets here on the road over the Cowboys. So, listen, you got the 150 on Oklahoma. Let's roll with it. I like it. Hey, Janar, how are you today? So the last game up here, I loaded up already in the comment section, Corpus Christi and Lamar. Corpus won last game by 9 when these guys played on the 20th. And now you have Lamar. This is one of those spots I talked about it with Ali last night. We were on a show with Ali Burns on the Picks Parlays channel also. If you didn't know, we do, part of both. It's all the same network. And we're talking about different angles and stuff for games and what you look at. So this is one, you call it a scheduling, a flat spot, whatever you want to call it. Lamar off a huge win over Stephen F. Austin, who's, one of the top teams here in their conference, 14-4, and you come and win that game in overtime, shoot the ball pretty well, big win. So I think this is kind of a letdown spot. Now you're laying points to a team that already beat you. I'm going to take the 5.5. It's down a little bit with 6. It's down to 5 in some spots, 5.5. Give me Corpus Christi here. Give me Corpus Christi. I'm going to take the points here. Lamar's a 6-17 team. Corpus has 4 wins. I get it sound like there's some giant road warrior team, but you already beat them. You're getting a nice amount of points, and you got the other teams thinking, hey, we just beat the best there is. So I think they're going to be a little dead spot here. So that's why I like that game. I'm going to put some money on Hampton. Go for it. I got Hampton. I told you that yesterday. I didn't tell you. I'm not sure if you were in the live show last night for the Big South. I got a tournament 3-pack up. Don't get it because I gave out a bunch of the games on the tournament video last night. So I like Hampton plus the 8. Why don't you sprinkle some in? Go for it. I'm not gonna talk you out of that one. Radford is a good team, but as I said yesterday when we were talking about Radford, I'll flip it back to my notes. I still have them. 4 straight losses, right? I mean, now you're playing a team that's got a win under their belts. They're not 12-6 to 10-9 or 11-9 in conference play. It's the same kind of team, so I'll take the points. I agree. Sprinkle it in. Do a little half and half. I don't think you're going to lose both. Good morning, Karen. Thanks for stopping in. Good seeing you today. I already covered the game going to the 3-pack up because I figured we're going to get some questions, and I really don't want to go huge long. I don't want people watching because these next week or so, especially starting tomorrow with more tournament games, I'll be doing the live shows at night, and there'll be like sometimes 3, 4, 5 shows. So I want to keep them definitely under 10 minutes, consent, and just concentrate on those games. Here we'll go a little longer because I know people ask about some NBA or different college game or hockey, stuff like that. So again, please like, share, be part of the Facebook page if you're on Facebook, YouTube. You got to give it a follow. You got to give it a like, guys, shares. You got to get it out there so people see the free picks and start making money with us. That's what we want. Q's tonight, huh? This UNC team, Trap, we were talking about picks and parlays earlier. I said I was doing a video with Ali about finding spots to win games, and our big Major League Baseball show next Sunday, we're going to start hitting some futures. Again, you got North Carolina laying a point here. Money's coming in 1.5. I'll take Syracuse with you here if you're on that, Craig. I'm not going to talk you off Syracuse, UNC. Let's be honest. These teams have not played like, the names on their jerseys for sure. Give me Syracuse at home. Cobb State and Hartford. Good winner right there, Neil. Yeah. That's and we were talking yesterday again. You want to pick a game. What's your favorite? And I was like, well, I kind of like Coppin, kind of like Hartfield. I liked Memphis. I think I said Quinney also, which was a loser. But, you pick and choose. There's a nice win for you. That's a good parlay. Took the 2 good ones, came in. I'm glad you won. That's what we like to hear. Love Q's Oklahoma State. Win the money. See, I'm on Oklahoma here. State just beat them. not that it's a bad loss because Cowboys are ranked. You get those big numbers in front of you. People think you're extra special, but I think just the body of work, Oklahoma, and I'll keep bringing it up. OT win in West Virginia. You win at Texas, Kansas, Alabama. You beat some good teams. So here, I think you can beat a good team on the road, especially when it's just basically a pick'em game. You've won overtime games against tough teams like this. Now you got a little revenge, and it's in-state rivalry. Get the split. That's what good teams do. Sometimes you lose, but then usually you bounce back at home, especially when they're competitive teams like this. It's not like it's Kansas versus Kansas State where it's a 22-point line. These games are always kind of close. So I'll take the Sooners. Nets Kyrie's back. I put that last night on the free pick on the Win and Free Picks page. They were like, "Oh, Kyrie, what are you talking about?" And then, I was like, that crazy flat earther's playing, bro. He's gonna head to NASA and he's gonna state his case about the flat Earth, and then he's gonna come play the game and drop 36. So yeah, I'll take the Nets. And even and I'm not a huge Harden fan, but the guy's good. I mean, even if Kyrie was out, we know Durant's out there. I still would have liked the Nets here. I still would have liked the Nets. So yeah, Tony Cobb in the house. Hi, Tony. I was going to say something. I forgot what I was going to say. It was about the Nets. Oh, no, yeah, about the video. So then again, another guy busted my background. I'm like, fella, you got to be new here. I mean, anybody watching the show? No, I sold the house. We're getting a new house. I just had to lock in my mortgage rate, 3%. What the heck? It was 2.65 when I set it up in January, but then house wasn't ready to be built yet. I go and lock in for 60 days. Air Force, Colorado. That's a huge number, Karen. Big number. I mean, I want to take Air Force. I'm getting 18 points here. Right? Is that what the line is? 20? It's just how they covering that? I got Colorado. I put in on DraftKings. I got Colorado State to make the tournament. It was plus 240. I created. Just threw $60 on. I had some weird amount, 61.40 or something off the hundreds, and I was like, I throw that in for plus money. So yeah, do I want Colorado State here to win? Would I like to see a big 25-point win? Absolutely, but 18, 19 points. I get it. I get 1-9 for Air Force. Falcons on the road. Not all that good. Would you lose by 20? Last time they played at Colorado State, they're 72-49. I'm just looking at some of their recent scores. 13, 14, 6, 7 on a road. 5 on a road, 10 on a road, 13 on a road, 1 on a road. So, I mean, hey, do I think Colorado State's that good? I'm hoping they make the tournament. But yeah, I take the points. It's 18 points. I mean, if they get trucked, they get trucked. But you're still getting 18, 19 points. Again, I'm a little biased. I got Colorado State. I need them for a nice win here to maybe grease the committee wheels to get them in the tournament. As in that large. But I can't blame them for taking 18. I mean, 74, 59, still a nice win and double digits for them. But I guess I could lean towards taking the points there with Air Force. But again, overall bad road numbers. But they've been not competitive. They've not really been trucked except for Colorado State did to them last time in the last 10 games. Anything else? We got any ice anyone want to talk about? We'll wrap this guy up and we'll get ready for tonight. I'll be back at 10 o'clock tonight. We'll be talking Horizon League quarterfinals tomorrow. But other than that, let me see. I didn't really look at any ice yet today. See any kind of moves here I kind of like money-wise. Ottawa lines coming down, so I'll definitely take a flyer on Ottawa here. They're going to be plus money at home. Same thing with the Ducks here in Anaheim. If you're looking at anything on the ice there, that'll be two I'm going to look at. Miami, Virginia. Again, you come out with these big numbers. I don't know if you want to. I don't want to say tease them down, but I'm just big double-digit faves here. Virginia is not a team offensively that just comes out and scores 80 and allows 55. I know they're pretty good defensively, but That's a big number. Although Miami struggled a lot this year. They got Virginia's lost 3 in a row. Are they going to come? Was this their get right game? They're going to come out and crush them. I would lean Miami here. I don't think Virginia offense just doesn't turn itself on, you know. So I'll like Miami in the points. St. Louis, UMass. I lean Mitch. I guess I'm going to lean St. Louis because I think they have to, win some games because it's tournament time. They want to think about getting out large. They got to put some W's under their belt. Yeah, it's Texas Corpus Christi, Brad. We're on them. We're taking them plus this 5.5. Take Krispy Kremes. We're taking Texas. Yes. Vancouver Canucks. They're playing the Jets. I'm going to avoid that one there. Maybe on the under, 6.5. Maybe lean under on that game, but no opinion on the side. Gennaro. Oilers. This game, I would probably lean a little on Edmonton. I think people will be on Toronto because they have the better record. I'll take Edmonton at home. Sooners Orange just tuned in a few minutes ago. Do you have a play on Washington State, Arizona State? No official play on Washington State, Arizona. I know it's the early game. Would I lean a little on Arizona State? Probably. Let's pull up what's that line here? 3:00 game. 4.5 now. It ticked up a little bit. I'll take Arizona State. I kind of like them a little bit. I mean, am I playing to myself? No. But if you're asking me, I kind of like Arizona State. I think Syracuse gets it done today, Brad. Yes. North Carolina. We've seen these teams just not perform on the road. So give me Syracuse. And let's be honest, Syracuse. I can't stand Syracuse. I mean, listen, I love St. John's. I grew up on St. John's in the, not even like the Chris Mullen, Walter Berry days of like the mid '80s with like Ewing in town and stuff like that, but like the early '90s version with Boo Harvey and Malik Sealy and stuff like that, Felipe Lopez. And I couldn't stand Syracuse, but these guys for a decade always crushed me. I'm like, these guys are crap, and they come in, win 6 straight in the Big East tournament, crazy nonsense. So they're a scrappy bunch, and whenever you don't think they're going to perform, they always perform. So I think they're going to win here. That's just a coach. I mean, it's one of those spots where you just got to coach there forever, and the players just know their routines and that defense. So give me Syracuse. St. Bonnie's, Dayton. This flu get blow out again. Let me just start with the St. Louis game here. I'm gonna get to the A10. 5:00 here. St. Bonaventure. This is a big line here, huh? 7.5. I guess this is almost right on a number here. Maybe lean on the over a little bit. I'll lean on the over the way the guys have been shooting and playing. I think we got 143 in that game, if I believe so. Pull up the live line here. 131.5. I'd lean over. No real opinion on the side there. Mitch. It's FIU, did you say? FIU, Florida International. What Western Kentucky's saying, 20-something to them, right? No, it's only 16.5 right now. He's 98.51. You look at that game and you think are they the game before they lose to Houston, putting up 57. Then they bounce back with a big win. But, the other teams they've beaten are the Rices, Marshall State's 81s, 83, MTU, Mid-10 I can't justify laying like 18 points like that. I said before with like even Colorado State. But listen, I know it's early. I know it's a standalone game. It's 1:00 this game. You want to jump on it? It's, I don't know. I mean, how do you? I get want to take Western Kentucky because you put up a 90 spot, and FIU is reeling on, what are they, 1-9, one in the last 10 or something like that. I think over, right? They're not going to score 50 something again. Let's lean over because Western Kentucky's going to score in their mid 70s, and I think the other team put some points up. So I would say over in that game. Bill, I would lean on the over. I'm not going to pick a side in that game. Hate Syracuse. Yeah, I hate Syracuse too, but I like them to win today. Calgary Flames. Yep, we like Calgary there. Got the over in St. Bonaventure. Dayton. I could see it because I think this game's going to be close. That might be an overtime type of affair. So what site do I use? I mean, I'm in Jersey now, so I don't really have to use any kind of offshore kind of places. Do I have, things I could use? Yeah, but now, listen, I just take a drive. I said on a show yesterday, I'm like, waited 30-something years for a book to be built. I'm going to go and I'll get a ticket. The apps are great sometimes. It's good for if I do futures. A lot of my apps I use on just futures for conferences and player props for MVPs and stuff like that, or wins. And yeah, I'm just going to drive to FanDuel, Will Hill, Monmouth Park, Atlantic City. Site-wise, I just use all the ones that are here in the state. I have my old school local. It's like an offshore kind of guy now. Went from the 212 numbers to an 888 and got a site, but I'm not going to throw those out. AC, I go down. I like the best sports book. I'm always at Wild West. Caesars and Valleys. The Wild West. I love it. It's best sports book there. Everybody loves Ocean. Listen, Ocean, you're corralled in. It's nice. It's nice if you're dropping 50,000 on a craps table and you can get a chair reserved. There's not a lot of seating there. Wild West is by far the best, although I do like Harrah's got a nice little spot for when it's not crowded. Golden Nugget, I like the Nuggets, got a nice little spot. And again, they got a little food next to it, so you get some wings. Look, I want some petite flour. I want to have some wings. I want my little ginger ale. Watch the game. So that. All right, enough of the AC talk. And if you're in Atlantic City, if you're in the area, 19th to 20th, right? I think that is for Friday, Saturday, or is it 21st, whatever the case may be. I'll be down there. I'll have hats. I'll have shirts. Craig Trapp from Picks and Parlays will be there as well. So come down, say hello. And tonight, listen, please like and share, spread the word. I want to get the show going pretty good. It'll be live every day. It'll be like Arizona State also, Lou. I'm on it with you. So like, share, give it a subscribe, YouTube, Facebook, wherever you're at. I'm at real_Higgs on Twitter. And tonight, back at 10 o'clock, I'll do some Horizon free picks for the tournament tomorrow. So hope to see everybody then. Have a good day. If you're on that early action, I don't know. Let's go over Western Kentucky early. I know people want that. So want some early action. That's what I'll lean on there. But thanks for watching, everyone. Best bet on the show. Your best bet on the over today. Best bet on my over would probably be that Western Kentucky, I guess, is talking about it. So, early for you there, Wilson. And my best show pick, I like Corpus Christi. Take the 5.5 there, Wilson. Karen, you're welcome. We'll see you tonight. And thanks, everybody.